Today's story is all about sharing food. I don't know about you, but I don't always want to share my food with others, especially when I'm eating French fries or ice cream. Your challenge today might be very hard, but I bet you can do it, especially after you hear this story about a gigantic picnic where there was a lot of food sharing. Listen carefully to this Bible story from Matthew as Jesus and his disciples share a lot of food. See if you can hear how many baskets they have left over at the end. Now, when Jesus heard this, he departed from there in a boat to a deserted place. And when the crowds heard it, they followed him on foot from the towns. And when he went ashore, there was a great crowd, and he had compassion on them and cured their sick. That evening, the disciples came to him and said, "This is a deserted place, and the time is now very late. Send the crowds away so that they can go into the villages and buy food for themselves." Jesus replied, "They needn't leave. You give them something to eat." And they replied, "But we only have 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish." Jesus said, "Bring them to me." And he told the crowd to sit down on the grass. And then he took the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and he looked up to heaven and blessed them and broke the loaves and gave them to his disciples. And the disciples gave them to the crowds. And all ate and were filled. They took up what was left over of the broken pieces, 12 baskets full. And there were about 5,000 men who ate that day, not counting the women and children. I wonder how people around the world share food together. I wonder what they did with all that leftover food. I wonder how many people around the world eat bread every day. How many people eat vegetables or drink water? I wonder how we can share food with others.